The payment card industry data security standard is a set of minimum security requirements that you need to comply with if your business accepts customers' payment cards for goods or services. The standard and its requirements can sometimes be misinterpreted and can seem complex, especially for smaller merchants. This video will help to dispel some common myths concerning PCI DSS. No single company can supply you with a product or even a suite of software that will meet all the requirements of the standard. The PCI Security Standards Council strongly recommends implementing a big picture strategy. Avoid focusing on individual solutions for specific aspects of compliance, or you could run the risk of believing you're compliant when it may not be the case. Outsourcing might simplify payment card processing, but it doesn't mean automatic compliance. You must also protect cardholder data when you receive it, for example, when you process chargebacks and refunds. You must also ensure that whoever you outsource payment services to is compliant as well. Insist on an annual certificate of compliance from your providers. Your IT staff may well be in charge of some of the technical and operational aspects of your payment systems, but compliance is not an IT project with a beginning and end. It's an ongoing process of assessment, remediation and reporting, and it may require a multidisciplinary team. Some of the risks of non-compliance are data or systems breach, damage to reputation, an inability to process payments, and potentially large fines. PCI DSS compliance affects everyone in the organisation involved in card payments. A successful PCI assessment is only a snapshot in time, and security threats and exploits are constantly emerging and evolving. Therefore, maintaining cardholder data security needs to be an ongoing process. Most aspects of the PCI DSS are common best practice for data security, and many would view it as an effective standard for securing all sensitive information. Larger businesses often hire QSAs because of the complexity of their IT infrastructure. However, this may not be necessary. The PCI Data Security Standard provides the option of doing an internal assessment with an officer sign-off if your acquirer and/or merchant bank agrees. Smaller merchants can use the self-assessment questionnaire process as provided by the PCI SSC. Alternatively, your acquirer may provide a compliance management solution that can simplify the process of reporting and validating your compliance. Some merchants believe that because of their size or transaction volume, they don't need to be compliant. It doesn't matter even if your business only processes one payment card transaction a year. You still need to be PCI DSS compliant. As mentioned before, a PCI DSS assessment is only a snapshot in time. Any number of unplanned or badly managed actions, for example failure to change default passwords on new systems, could make you non-compliant in an instant. For PCI DSS to be effective, and in order to keep the likelihood of a data breach as low as possible, maintaining cardholder data security compliance needs to be an ongoing process. Both the PCI Council and the payment card brands strongly discourage storage of cardholder information. If you have a business reason to store front card information, such as name and account number, you will need to encrypt this data or make it otherwise unreadable. Data from the magnetic stripe on the back of a payment card or contained in the chip should never be stored. PCI DSS may seem daunting, especially when you don't have a large IT department, but essentially it's about good information security practice. If you think that the ongoing process is expensive, research according to the Ponemon Institute shows that the cost of non-compliance, including fines, legal fees and lost business, can be over 2.5 times the cost of protecting cardholder data. Even if there was no PCI DSS requirement, the controls contained within the standard represent nothing more than the steps that any smart company should take to protect sensitive business data. To find out more, visit the Payment Card Industry Security Standards Council website. For more information, visit www.pcisecuritystandards.org.